Hey guys, so this week we're going to talk about the fact that we all have a limited amount of time on this planet, and whatever we do, we need to make sure that we're keeping that in mind because it's easy to get caught up and feel like you've got forever. Because I certainly did 3 years ago. I thought that I had forever. I had forever to do the things I wanted to do, say the things I wanted to say to my loved ones, and be able to gift the things I wanted to give to my loved ones. And I thought I had forever. I thought I had 10, 20 years or whatever it might be. And it was a massive wake-up call when my mom got diagnosed with cancer 3 years ago in 2016, which is actually 4 years ago now. But when she got diagnosed with cancer, that was a massive wake-up call for me because, being in your early 20s, you feel like your mom and dad are going to be alive forever. You feel like you're going to be alive for a long time still. And so when she got diagnosed and then she passed away 9 months after being diagnosed, that was a massive wake-up call for me. It was like a truck hit me with that realization that, hey, you know what, like, you've got an expiry date, and also all your loved ones have an expiry date, and don't wait to say what you want to say and do what you want to do for them. For me, I had this massive goal of buying my mum and dad a home one day and surprising them, or not even surprising them, letting them know that I had this massive surprise for them waiting. And I would sacrifice giving them small gifts here and there or doing small things here and there because I was so busy trying to save up enough money to try and make that a reality. And I knew that, even if I was able to achieve it at the time with the strategies I was going about doing it, which was just purely just by saving the money, it wasn't going to be until 10 or 20 years before I could afford that home for them. And so looking back, I would do things differently. I would have, instead of saving that money, I would have taken my mom out to a spa day. I would have, taken her out to dinner or something along those lines, as well as not only just money. Just remember that, your time is the most important thing that you can give to your loved ones, and that's what they want the most. And for me, I was always driven by the fact that, my parents brought us into New Zealand as refugees. They sacrificed so much for us to be here that I always wanted to make my parents proud. I always wanted to do what was best in order for them to feel like, hey, all those sacrifices were worth it. So the way I saw that was to become a success in my life. And the path that I took was to in the recruitment industry, in agency life, and I worked really hard and I did really well. But because I was working so hard at my job and I was getting burnt out, I would use up all my energy and time at work. And then when I came home, I didn't have enough energy or time for those who mattered to me most. And, one of those moments that really just makes me quite sad is when I think about all the times when I'd come home from work and I'd just be exhausted and I'll be like, oh, you know what, like, I just need to de-stress. I just need to go and have a watch Netflix and just chill out. I don't want to talk to anybody because I've spent all day talking to all these people and I just want to relax. And I remember there would be days where my mom would come home after her and my dad would be having their full days as well, and she'd want to talk to me and I'd be just so drained and just emotionally exhausted that I'd have to say, like, Mom, sorry, like, can you just give me some time alone, give me some own space? And this didn't happen all the time, but this did happen often enough for me to feel regret once my mom was sick and once she passed, is because the whole point I was doing all that for was for her to be proud of me and for her to be happy. But I didn't even have the time and energy to enjoy time with her, what was actually more important than the job itself. And so when I lost my mom, that was the biggest life lesson that I learned, is to not wait to, and also not just not wait, but also know what's important in life and have that perspective shift. We're working so hard at work for a reason. It's for our loved ones, it's for our family. But what good is that if we don't even have the time and energy to spend time with the ones we love most for years, weeks, months, or even decades, And so in a way, I feel very fortunate that I learned this lesson at a young age. So ever since then, I always try to remind myself, hey, I've got a limited amount of time on this planet. What do I want to do with the time that I have? And you know what? There's multiple different ways to make money. And you can make money doing things you don't enjoy, or you can make money doing things that you enjoy, plus gives you the freedom and the time to be able to spend time with your family and loved ones. And look, if you get creative, there are a million things you can do to make money that actually still gives you joy and align with your skills and talents and what lights you up, but at the same time gives you time to actually spend time outside of work, not just thinking about work all day. Because if you have gone out and achieved all this massive success, all these accolades, all these financial goals and targets, but you feel empty inside, then just realize that it's not worth it. You know, don't spend your whole life climbing a mountain only to get to the top and realize you climbed the wrong mountain. That's all I want to say for today, guys. Just make sure that you don't leave anything unsaid or untold or undone for the ones you love most. Tell your mom and dad you love them. Tell your sisters and brothers and your friends how much they mean to you. All right, guys, peace and love.